Hi, I'm Isaac, and I'll be talking about my self-branding item that I did for my assessment task 2 for communication and design. So stage 1 is the research. It's my own persona, something about me. My age is 19. I currently live in Camberwell in Melbourne, uh, while I used to live in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So my desired area of study includes industrial design, engineering, and finance. My personal keywords are scientific, simple, laid back, easygoing, dedicated, and having a bit of OCD. Styles that I would enjoy are usually just classical and fine typography, video edits, comical, or pop art. Personal preferences may just include getting hands-on to having actual projects that I hold by hand, as I really just enjoy those, and making something just start from scratch to an ending. My activity keywords are innovation, idea, design, creation, infusion, improvement, and development, which really just sums up on how I look at things, where I just want to create, innovate, and just be a very developing person and just learn more and create more and make more. So personally, materials I would enjoy are 3D printing, woodworking, metal plating, wiring, sculpting, molding, and using acrylic, which is really fun. So for my first part, this is a research about my logo. I first of all wanted to understand how much color would affect the emotion of the product or the logo itself for the brand. And here's some research logos on it. And I also tapped into simplified logos, which some actually caught my eyes. Here on are some more famous logos, which I took inspiration from. Here did research on fonts, having straight fonts and script fonts. As I mentioned, I like fine typography, meaning it's just fine lines or very elegant lines. So these are the two that I would just really like to tap into. For my color, I did research on a bit of a red color, black color, and a blue color, which resembles the heat, the calm, and the just heat, the calm, and the mindless, or just peacefulness of everything. So these are basic colors that I actually experimented with. Here on out, I just went for some more research on my self-branding items, where I just gathered on how people would place their logo, and have done their research. Here are more self-branding items. Here's my mind map, which includes on personal interest, style, location, materials, and color, which I elaborated on different of the colors, different of the styles, materials, and locations, where I just would like to explore on this topic. Furthermore, I chose the gaming section of my personal interest to further upon my research, where if you look at here, it's just a lot of gaming setups. Stage 2 was my concept design. So first of all, this is one of my stylescapes. It's more of a wooden and classical appeal to it, and that I wanted to mix it within the advancement of technology and having the classical feeling of wood. So I just summed it up with this stylescape. Another one would be to have sort of a fluid-like and light stream idea on my stylescape too, where I put in glitch and techno feels to it. It's the original way where we design technology pieces, and I wanted to take it a bit ahead, so I tried to move in with the fluidness of everything. Here's my stylescape reflection, saying that in this reflection that I would have my selection for the two stylescapes being wooden and technological, and that the infusion between old and new, and the wanting to push beyond the boundaries is something that I wanted to do for both the stylescapes. All right, around here, will be into my concept sketches for my logo itself. As you can see, I wanted to start off with something more of a just typography or just writing styles and designing it. Whereas on the right side was a few days later where I went more in depth and tried to create more pictorial logos of my designs. And here I just learned and took a bit of everything. Here are my 3 concept sketches in the end. Whereas I started to think it looked a bit like Adidas, but I somehow still chose that. The second one looked more like a symbol where I just merged the words of my name, Isaac. If you are able to see it, it includes of 1 I, 2 S's, a C, and an A. So that's also one. And the third one was part of a game I liked called Portal 2, and there was an eye which really just caught my eye, pun intended, where I really liked how it would be in the logo, and it looked very nice after I done the sketch and did the refined. Over here, a bit blurry, but this is my creative self-branding concepts where I went for gaming mini fridges where we usually use to store our beverages as we really just don't like to walk around. So I mainly just started on two of the themes, one being the more fluid ones, the other one being more immersive, where I just try to mix everything together. Here I just did another refined sketch for how everything will look and how everything will be placed. And for stage 3 is my design development. Here where I started to change the quote-unquote Adidas logo into, as you can see, I turned it into a Z because I took my innovations for the Isaac from S to a Z. So I tried to merge the Z with an I, and I also added PlayStation logos at the end and decided that hollow made it look better. So this is the whole logo development. For this one is my creative branding item development. Here I try to use a warp transformation to sort of merge in my logo and then add an overlay to it to make it look better and to make it look more immersive. But when I was exporting it, the frame rate dropped and it was all pixelated. So I tried to do another one. Over here, I took one of the Xbox mini fridges and I tried to put on the logo, and it worked way better as it was in black and white, and it really just represented how a logo would be able to be put onto an actual product, which really surprised me. For stage 4 is my final artwork. Here is the logo in white, and here's the logo in black. And this is the mini fridge of the product with the logo in the bottom corner, right down there, as well as the other mini fridge mock-up where I enjoyed more. Finally, it is my 82 reflection. I personally have enjoyed the freedom to explore all these activities where there's rarely any restriction. It's been very captivating to be able to make so many connections between my own interests, my own hobbies, with the things that I want to learn, want to improve in. And I personally enjoyed everything from doing the logos to creating it in a mock-up. And I personally found it quite challenging itself to have to give myself a definition, as in having to find a way to work on my logos, to work on the product itself. It was very hard to see the vision, but in the end I was able to do that. And if I was able to try this task again, I would give myself more chances to learn more about the 3D design software, as I felt like that would have been a much better chance and much broader experience overall. Thank you.